to cut some stuff off. Let's get to it, shall we?
What's going on, YouTube? Dorito here. Luch Cabre's not around today.
Don't forget! Remember not to forget! I forget it!
And I'm over at Heimlich's place.
How's it going, guys?
And we're going to go ahead and work on the Reaper today. We did get some new parts in. We got a live axle, we got some hubs, we got a sprocket, we got also the wiring harness, some chain, and everything like. I got the wheels in from Just Golf Carts. Also too, we will show these wheels because we do have a coupon code for those wheels, which is Luch Mob, and it's 10% off anything on their site, anything after $50 spent. So I'll show those to you guys a little later when we get the live axle on and they're mounted up, so you guys can see them. So anyways, what are we going to do here, Heimlich else?
So we got to extend this engine plate a little bit for our motor mount here. So I already cut a piece of steel out, and we're going to put it in here, clean up the frame a little bit, clean some of the paint off. Dorito's going to learn how to weld today. Yeah. So we're going to teach Dorito how to weld this plate on. We're going to get the live axle installed, mocked up, get the chain where it needs to go, figure out where our motor's going to sit, drill our holes, and go from there, I guess.
Yeah, the key thing he said is Dorito's going to learn how to weld. So let's get on with it.
Shall we?
You got that, dude?
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. I was just worried that the bike was going to go flying.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. He was worried the bike was going to go flying.
Well, I have footage of it flying.
Oh, do you? He's got footage of it flying.
We'll insert that here.
Okay, what? All right. Holy crap! That thing's heavy.
Look! I'm Lord God King Tard!
Take one! Alright, it's time to get this paint off the frame. Safety first, people. Alright, that should be good enough to weld. Are you ready, Dorito?
Oh, yeah. Let's get on with
It's
it.
your time to shine.
Cool.
Alright, so, gloves. So what we're going to do here, I've already got this welded pretty dialed in. So the first thing we want to make sure we have a good ground here.
He's going to get me to weld. Here we go. Eye protection?
Yeah, I'll get that right now. I want to make sure we have a good ground real quick. So let's go ahead and find a little spot to ground this to here. Alright, now we got a clean spot to ground too.
All right, people. We're back, and we're geared up. Gloves and helmet.
Alright, so that's about where our plate's going to go. So I'm going to hold this. Now what I want you to do is kind of put it on an angle like this. And just hold the trigger down for maybe 2 seconds and kind of form a little puddle right there.
Okay.
Now I want to use both hands and steady yourself as good as you can. It doesn't matter which way you're going there. Okay. Okay, we got a little weld. All right.
Actually, how is that?
It's not too bad.
A little high on there, huh?
It's okay.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna help kind of guide you this time. We're gonna do one right here in the front now. So I'm gonna get your point up here a little closer. Can you
Okay.
see what you're doing here now? Go ahead and put your helmet down. You should
Yes.
be able to see it. So go ahead. Okay.
Now you're gonna take over.
Okay.
Steady. Alright, good. Not bad. But you see how you have to be really steady there.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is kind of try and support on my knee or something as much as I can.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do it on the other side real quick,
Okay.
and then we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a
You
little
can
bit how
watch
you
me,
do that.
and then we'll go ahead and do.
You don't want me to finish this part out right here?
No, let that cool off.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot of wheels in there anyway, so. Alright. So I'm gonna attack this first. Go ahead and put your helmet on there.
Mm-hmm.
So here I'm gonna start. I'm just watching that puddle. Making sure I got a nice little puddle going real slow.
Okay. Oh, so you're forming up and then just going on with the swirl. Forming up, swirl, right?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's perfect.
So, you see what I'm doing though? I'm just kind of letting it build, and then bringing it up.
Okay.
Letting it build, and kind of bringing it up.
That's
And
why I was going the other direction.
You
And I
can
was-
go both ways,
Okay.
but you know you gotta get a feel for it since we are welding up on a plate. We don't want to undercut this too much. We
Okay.
don't want to put too much heat on this itself, so we'd rather keep the heat down here and then a little bit of heat on this plate.
Okay, that makes sense.
So now if we were welding across here, we could do just a drag weld where we just kind of just let it fill and just slowly move it and move it. But you're better off to kind of do little circles on this. So let's let this cool for a second.
Okay.
And we'll come back to it.
Cool. I welded.
And not bad either.
Let's actually grab the camera and put it over there and show the weld, shall we?
Sounds good.
All right, so here's the first tack he did, which is not bad, a little high. Not a super lot of penetration down below, but you know, he's moving a little fast for a beginner. So I started him off here, moving him slow and let go of him like right here. And he was doing good. He just probably wasn't braced enough and got a little bit sketchy right there, but for otherwise, that's a really good weld that he did right there. That is perfectly strong. Nothing wrong with that.
Cool. So 2 squirrels up.
2 squirrels up.
Squirrel.
Squirrel! Squirrel!
Okay, so now Heimlich's going to have me weld the middle of the plate. So then that's the part where nobody sees. So good thinking, Heimlich. So hey, at least I'm learning, right?
Yep. All right. Never gonna learn if you just don't get out there and try.
So I'll start at this point
You're
here.
gonna start that point
And work to right there.
Yeah, work to right there.
Okay.
We're a little slow. And try and keep your thing as up and down as you can.
Okay.
Because we are filling the thing here. Now
Okay.
you can't rest your hand and kind of, yeah, like that. There you go.
Okay.
And get your tip as close, like pretty close, like a ½ inch, quarter inch away from the metal.
Right there.
Yep.
Oop, yeah. You want to build up a puddle first to stay in one spot? Real slow. Come this way a little bit. There you go. Now you're on it. Alright, good. See what you got laid down there. Alright.
That's actually not that bad. I want to keep going.
Go ahead.
Do you like?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'm doing pretty good now. Let's see if this keeps going.
Remember, slow and steady, one's great.
Alright, you're back to the end. Not bad.
Yeah, I got a little boogered right there,
Yep.
but and I missed the spot right there. Should I get that?
Nah, it's alright. Fill that in there. You want to come over here and you try some more?
I'll let you finish that side.
Okay.
You know?
Alright, let me show you real quick. Let me steal that helmet from you though.
Cool. All right, let's pause this and then I'll show you guys real quick while he switches out the helmet and check it out. Squirrel!
Squirrel!
Squirrel.
As you can see, Dorito had a cold this week, and he's boogered all over the place. So he did good though. They're good welds. They're strong. This one's really nice. That's really good right in there. You know, there's a couple spots where you get jumpy, and it's just a part of the learning curve. So steady, slow, he'll get it. So
All right, so let's go to the other side and look at him welding the right way, shall we?
Unprofessional.
So you're saying it was faulty machinery?
Probably. All right, not bad. I don't know. It actually looks pretty
So
good.
let's check it out here. So, Heimlich. Squirrel! What do you guys think? What do you think, Heimlich?
I think I gotta get the grinder out.
Alright, so Heimlich's going to go ahead and have me grind down these welds, and we're going to see how we can get them. So, let's get some goggles on and get on with this, shall we? Now, of course, I'm starting on my side because it's the worst. All right.
Perfect.
So,
Now I think we need to cut this out for the chain.
all right, we'll let you do that one.
Yeah.
All right. So, we're gonna switch around and get back on this. All right. There's a lot of grinding to do.
All right. We need to make some room for our chain and our exhaust to go here, so time to start cutting crap off.
Time to hack the bike up into pieces.
There we go.
Shall we?
Here we go.
And don't forget, people, recycle.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get the engine in and get it mocked up and get the axle in and get some tires on to see how this goes. So let's go ahead and do this, shall we?
All right, let's go ahead. You ready? Yeah, I'm ready when you are. Okay. So get that axle on. Get that thing ready in there. Let's see here. There we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty darn close. Probably gonna have to notch this right here.
Okay.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get the spindles on this. I actually want to see what these wheels look like. So let's get the spindles on it and see what we're dealing with. Do you have those nuts?
Oh, squirrel took them.
Which nuts?
That darn squirrel kind of keeps coming in my garage, taking my nuts.
All right, guys. We got the engine on. We got a chain there. We got the sprocket. We got everything lined up, just mocked up so he could do the final fabrication on there. We're going to go ahead and put the wheels on it to see what it looks like and put the tank on it, just so we can get an overall view of what it's going to, you know, the basics of what it's going to look like. So we got the live axle through. We got our spindles on there. And then we're going to go ahead and put these wheels on. Now, these are the wheels that I got. They're RHOX aluminum wheels. And they're RHOX tires. They're actually real bomb. So these are the rims and tires that are going to go on the back of the Trike. You guys can check these out on justgolfcarts.com. We'll put a link to the description of the wheels and the tires below. And if you guys check them out right now and you guys are interested in any rims or tires or any parts on their website, go ahead and check it out. It's justgolfcarts.com. And if you use a coupon code LUCHMOB, which I'll put right here on the screen, if you use that coupon code LUCHMOB, anything after $50, you get 10% off. So, and then also too, after $100, you get free shipping as well. So if you guys want to get any wheels or tires or any stuff like that that's golf cart related, which I'm finding out a lot of parts are universal, you can go ahead and check out their site. So check out justgolfcarts.com and then use the coupon code LUCHMOB. All right, so let's get these on and see what they look like, shall we? Ooh.
It's like a glove.
They look real nice. And I do have some lug nuts as well, but we'll put those on. I'll show you guys, and I'll show you the link to those when we put those on later. All right?
This thing is bad to the bone, man. This thing is rad looking.
So we're still debating on whether or not there's going to be any fenders on this. We both kind of like the bobber look. But I don't know, fenders might be cool too. So, you know, why don't you guys go ahead and leave a comment there in the video and give us your opinion. See what you guys think. See what you think. Give us any opinions of what you think should go on with this. So I'm going to step back and take a look because I haven't even seen these wheels on here yet. Let me take a look at this. Oh, that's going to look sweet.
Yeah.
And we don't know if we're going to go with the 100-spoke front rim. I am looking for a mag wheel right now. So that looks freaking awesome. So let's go ahead and put the tank on it as well and just give it a little mock-up and see what it's going to look like, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, guys, so here it is. What do you think? We got the tank just sitting on there. We got the engine sitting on there. Everything's kind of mocked up. We got the chain lined up. We got the axle on. We got the spindles. We got the nice new aluminum wheels, which Just Golf Carts, got them from them. You guys can check out their site, and don't forget to use the coupon code LUCHMOB to get 10% off. Also too, this is pretty much what it's going to look like. Once we get it powder coated and do the green accents, Heimlich's going to do his fabrication magic to whatever he wants to. He has complete control of this. And we're going to see how that looks. We do have a couple of videos coming up. After this video, Heimlich's got one coming up. Then I'm going to have one on the exhaust. Then he's going to do another one. And then I'm going to have the final on the tank. And then we'll go ahead and tear it apart, send it off to the powder coater, and go from there. So what do you think, Heimlich?
I think it looks awesome, man. This thing's turning out really cool. You know, a few things, we'll probably cut the fender back, maybe lose this. You know, strengthen up the frame a little bit, add some bars, and get everything drilled and set where it needs to go, aligned properly. And this thing will be ready to rip some burnouts.
Now the cool thing about this too is it's gonna have headlights and it's gonna have working taillights. So we're gonna have a battery, it's all electric start. This thing is turned in from a mini bike into a mini chopper that's kind of a hybrid, which I think is really cool because it's not really a mini bike anymore, is it?
No, it's not quite a Harley motorcycle, but it's not a mini bike anymore. It's kind of in between,
So I think this thing's really cool. Like I said, I really love the wheels. We are gonna get a different front wheel, or we are gonna go with the 100-spoke. We haven't decided yet, so go ahead and comment below on that as well. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and shut this down, and like I said, we'll get this video out. The next video will be on Heimlich's channel, so be sure to check out Heimlich Hot Rods. You guys need to subscribe to this channel if you want to see parts of this video as well, because like I said, just the exhaust, just the seat, no, there's a whole bunch of fabrication stuff that's being done to this. You know, I did thank you very much for teaching me how to weld. I know I'm sloppy, but I'm gonna be learning. So, you know, be sure to check this bike out on Heimlich's channel, and be sure to come back to Dorito and Lucha Cabre. Thanks for watching, guys.
right on.
Peace.
Cool.
Lucha Mob, baby.